They'll see and they'll know, and they'll say, why, she wouldn't even harm a fly, harm a fly, harm a fly, harm a fly.
Oh, yes. Welcome to Halloween Ends Week. We are super excited. We are just a couple days away from finally seeing this film that we've been talking about for a year. So, I mean, the anticipation was definitely, a little bit lower after Halloween Kills, but now that Ends is just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. It's showing at some places. That's when I will be seeing it. So we got tonight, Tuesday, 3 more sleeps until Halloween Ends. How exciting is that? Are you guys excited for it? Are you ready for Halloween Ends? Is it going to be everything you've hoped and dreamed it would be? Or is it going to be another one of those divisive films that just splits the Halloween fans right down the middle? Let me know, because I want to know what you guys are thinking about Halloween Ends. But tonight we are going to talk about the first movie in this David Gordon Green trilogy, my personal favorite in the franchise. I know this movie got its fans and got its haters, but I am a severe, huge, crazy, maniacal fan of Halloween 2018. David Gordon Green, Danny McBride. We got the first of the Blumhouse trilogy. Jason Blum behind this. We didn't know how exactly this is going to go. We didn't, it was picking up 40 years later. It was getting rid of every single sequel, after the original. And, a lot of people were a little uneasy of how that was going to go. And the fact that they got rid of the brother-sister story arc was a big deal. Wasn't a big deal to me. I'm not really a huge fan of that aspect of it. I prefer Myers to be the motiveless killing machine that he is, which I will talk about in my Halloween Kills video, because I was a little harsh on that movie the first time that I saw it. So definitely need to give it its props that it deserves. But before I get in, let's say hello to who is here tonight so far. We got Sebastian. What's going on? Boogman, how's it going? Lamantra, Gory Tiger. We got Byron Weaver. What's up, buddy? Rosalia. Oh, here you go again, dropping those, comments that make me blush a little bit. I appreciate it. Maga Cat, what's up, buddy? Oh, you're doing the same thing, Maga. You're the best. You are the best. Mentellect, what's up? Flamethrower Fluff, what's going on? Fauci once pissed into a semi-truck's gas tank. It is known as Optimus Prime. That might be the coolest thing that I've ever heard in my life. Now I'm Optimus Prime. I love some Transformers action. Chris Malachy, what's going on? He says Broncos are booty, Steelers are super booty. I agree with those statements. They both suck, and football is terrible to watch. So, screw it. Screw it! Chris, you just watched the new Hellraiser. What'd you think? I watched that the other day. I enjoyed it. I'm not a Hellraiser fan, but I enjoyed them. I thought it was pretty good. Jerry Nelson, what's up? That's a new one. How are you? Welcome. Welcome. But tonight, I wanted to dive into, with you guys, Halloween 2018. Personally, when I watch this movie, I fall more in love with this movie than I thought that I would. Obviously, I'm a Halloween guy, if you can't tell. That's my favorite franchise. It's my favorite movie of all time. So it does take a lot, for a Halloween movie to please me. Now, I'm very picky when it comes to these. Very, very picky. And I wanted it to go back to the roots. I wanted to forget about the Rob Zombie films. Yes, I know there are a ton of fans to Rob Zombies 1 and 2. I am not one of them. I saw the first one in theaters, opening day. I loved it. Creeped me the fuck out. But the more and more I watch it, I really don't like it. If I want to watch Halloween, I'm going to watch Halloween from 78, not this one. And then Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 came out. Very, 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 very divisive film, obviously. Not my cup of tea, but I know people that love it, including my boy Nick from the Lost River Drive-In. I know Lee from Drum Dums absolutely loves this movie as well. Christian from Planet CHH, I know he loves it. I do not. I am on the other side of that. I tried to give it a fair shake. I did not like it. So, and obviously after the reception of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, you knew we weren't going to get a third one in that franchise. And Rob said he will never come back to do another one. So that is never going to happen. So they had to go a different direction. And Akkad wanted, we can't have Michael gone for too long. You don't want him to, fall by the wayside like he did back in the day. In the 80s, whenever we had Halloween 2 in 81, but then we didn't get Myers again until 88 and 89. So there was a huge gap in between. Yes, we got Halloween 3, but it wasn't Michael Myers, and that's not what the fans wanted at all. So David Gordon Green came in with Danny McBride, and you're thinking, Danny McBride, the guy who plays in the comedy in Pineapple Express, man, that guy. He just got hit by a Daewoo, bitch. That guy? Really? That's who we're going to get to bring in. And obviously, he's a funny-ass dude. He's a great actor, but you don't know about how he's going to be as a director. So that kind of had me a little bit iffy. But, the hype was good. The hype was real. The trailer came out. I absolutely loved it. Hooked, line, and sinker. You had me. It brought it back. You get to see Myers. You get to see freaking Laurie Strode back after all these years. 40 years later. We already had the H2O thing, but now we got the H40 thing. So how is she going to be compared to how she was in H2O? It's going to be a lot different. It's a longer time span. You would think that she would probably be further along after 40 years than she was. Honestly, she was more further ahead in H2O. She had her life together. She did have a failed marriage, but she had a kid. She had a great job. Yes, she changed her name and there's a whole backstory, but she was still doing good for herself. In this one, she's been living with that for 40 years, locked herself away from society, became the crazy cat lady, and, that's who she became, except for she was a crazy Michael Myers lady who lived in the woods in a freaking fenced-in, gated community like she lives in Jurassic Park. So, definitely a different take compared to H2O. But, once again, I'm fine with it. They went the Sarah Connor way. I got nothing against that at all. And I liked her performance in the movie. Yes, they're dropping the one-liners, and the one-liners continued throughout this little trilogy. However, it doesn't bother me. Yes, they're corny. We get it. It's time to put the boogeyman to bed. Happy Halloween, Michael. All those. We get it. I'm coming for you, Michael. It's fine. It doesn't take away from the movie for me personally. But 2018, my expectations were really, really high. Really high. I thought, I went in thinking that I was going to love the movie, and sat down in the theater opening night, packed house. I mean, it was packed. It was sold out. The crowd was into it. And then, it starts with that opening eerie vibes, from the beginning. The score, obviously, by Cody Carpenter and Neil Davis, amazing. Brought it back to the roots, added some new flair, really kicked it up a notch. But that opening, when you're getting to see the Blumhouse logo, Universal Pictures, and it sounds so eerie and ominous. It was damn good. And that's how you're in for a ride right here. And then, we start at the sanitarium scene. We get to see, Dana and, damn, I can't remember the fucking boyfriend's name. Aaron and Dana. We get to meet them. They were okay. I mean, if they could have been in the movie a little bit longer, they didn't need to be killed off so quickly. MAGA, what'd you win, buddy? What'd you win? Are you going to share some of that cash money? Brett, what's up, buddy? How are you? I know the Chiefs are they're losing there, buddy. They're losing. Gory Tiger, a beautiful Mexican witch. Nice. But, we get to they meet Michael first. They pull out the mask, that whole opening scene. We got the sanitarium, the checkerboard. It works. It's beautiful. And the thought that they put into this is amazing. Whenever we see Michael for the first time in the distance, chained to the floor, walking up, we get to see the other patients. And then they pull out the iconic mask, get the reaction. Michael senses it. He knows that it's there. He wants it. And obviously it's been 40 years and he's been standing there looking past the wall, looking inhumanly patient to this night. He was waiting for this night. Once again, we got to transfer him on the day before Halloween. That's another story. I mean, we've done it in a bunch of these movies, so it should be expected. Not a big deal. But the bus crash, amazing. The only one taking this seriously is Lori, because she knows what's going to happen, even though, as we learned throughout this process, that Michael was never coming for her. It was never about her. It was just, it was fate. It was chance that day. She dropped off the key. He happened to see her that day in 78. And that's all it was. It wasn't like he was, after that night, it was over. He was going a different direction. And I don't think she was never the main target. I know somebody put the video out saying about Annie. Never happened. Annie was never the target. She was, I don't know why. There's so many videos out there actually going along with that, theory that it was Annie, when clearly that it was not. Tiger Blood, that's a really good flavor of slushy. MAGA. If you never heard of it, try it. It's really good. But yeah, so we're getting that old school Michael back, when he gets his mask back at the gas station scene. You don't get to see him do those kills, just a little bit of the aftermath. And you have to think, what did he do to get to that? Like, what happened to that guy's face for it to look so messed up with the teeth broken out? And then that's whenever, Dana goes to the bathroom, because she got to take a number 2, like, immediately, she says. Hey! And he just drops the teeth right over. And that's what kind of Michael you're getting in this. This is no H2O bathroom scene where he just nonchalantly walks away. No, he's there to kill. They teased him with the mask. Thanks, Todd Thibodeau on Facebook and Michael D. Allen. We appreciate that as always. But yeah, so we get to see Michael's killing without his mask. I know a lot of people don't really like that aspect of it. I have no problem with it. Thank you, Mom, for the Facebook like. Appreciate it. I don't mind that at all. I think, we don't get a clear view of his face. We get a little bit of like the out of focus shots, and I'm all for it. I don't know what you guys think, if you're digging that or not. I like as long as we're not like right on, point with his face. That's the way I like it. Lamontra says, I will say that H2 2018 is number 2 for me on my ranking, and I respect the hell out of that, brother. I'm gonna let my rankings known here very shortly. As soon as ends come out, I will re-rank these bad boys. I already got them all ranked right now, but got to slip ends in and see where that goes. But Michael gets his mask back, opening. He closes that trunk, and he's just standing there breathing. And then it cuts right to that night shot when you get the great trick-or-treat atmosphere, and you get the great, one-take shot where he's walking through the one house, goes in, kills the lady making the sandwich because he likes turkey, not ham. It happens. And then he walks past that baby, and you don't even know. You think he's going to kill the baby, but that's not what he does. He doesn't kill babies. We don't know because he already killed a kid in this movie who didn't get to go to dance class. You know what I mean? God, I hated that kid. I mean, I like to go hunting with you, Dad, but I'd rather go to dance class right now. It's kind of my thing. Stop. You're not going to dance class, bro. You're not going to dance class at all. But yeah. So this Michael is a different beast. And then, he goes outside. The music's still kicking in. He's like breathing in the air as the camera pounds around his face because he knows he's home. He's back in Haddonfield, his home. He's ready to do what he tried to do 40 years ago. Just keep going. Keep killing because that's the only thing that he knows how to do. And I love it. He walks into that next house, randomly because that's what Michael is. He's a random killer. He doesn't pick his targets, like calculated. Bill Rose, what's up, buddy? He doesn't go in there like, premeditated. He's like a dog chasing cars. He just does. He wouldn't know what to do with it if he caught it. He doesn't have a plan. Oh my gosh, Gory Tiger. They want to ride your broom. I want to ride your broom all the way to the climax, my friend. But I think this is highly underrated in Halloween atmosphere. I don't think it gets enough credit. They got the costumes, you got the trick-or-treaters, we got the Halloween dance. Whenever Allison and Oswald's that freaking purple octopus. When her and Oscar are walking home, great atmosphere there. You can tell it's cold. You can tell it's fall. It really works. It does for sure. Get a lot of new great characters. We get Officer Hawkins, very well loved in this franchise. Obviously, they loved him so much that they killed him. Obviously, he was supposed to die in 2018. Brought him back for kills. I dig it. Officer Hawkins was great. I'm glad they decided to bring him back. He could be a main character, but obviously being injured in kills, he was a little bit sidelined, so we didn't get that much of him. But I definitely wanted more, and he still can't shoot for shit. He couldn't shoot back in '78. He still can't shoot a gun now, unfortunately for him. But that's a great character. Dr. Sartain. I know it gets a lot of hate. I know people do not like that character at all. I'm coming around to it. I really like the way what he was trying to do. He was very interested in seeing how Michael operates in the wild. That's all he wanted to do. It's like Michael's an animal to him, and he wants to see, what it's like. He wants to see what it's like out there in the wild with Myers doing his thing, because Loomis is the only one who has ever seen it. So Dr. Sartain, he wanted to see it too for himself, so I get where he's coming from. Obviously, it's the opposite approach as Dr. Loomis, and he committed the ultimate sin by putting on the Myers mask. Yes, it was a sin, but I ain't gonna lie. It was creepy. It was creepy when he stood up in front of the headlights of that Jeep, and it was like so big and shit. Very unexpected. Like when I watched it in the theater, I was like, what? I was kind of put back a little bit, especially after he killed Hawkins, stabbed him in the neck, and then ran him over with the Jeep. And then, a little bit of the unrealistic part of it was him dragging, Michael's body back to the Jeep with one arm. Ridiculous. That would never, ever, ever happen. He's not that strong of a man. Kimmy, thanks for the love on Facebook as well. Definitely not strong enough to do that at all. But he got what's coming to him a little bit later on in the film. He definitely did. And may I say, the kills in this movie were very well done. Special effects, Christopher Nelson and his team nailed it. The Mask is beautiful. Just captured that 78 essence and, upgraded it to 2018 status. Made it all grimy and kind of deteriorating. I mean, it's been 40 years, so it had to look the wear and tear. I love that aspect. The Mask is amazing. It looked, you would think this is the same Michael from 78. They did a great job continuity-wise. It worked. Got the hole in the neck. Amazing. The eye still messed up, which a lot of the other movies ignored. Works great. Maga, you got your tickets yesterday? I got my tickets today, my friend. We are ready to go. Aaron Click, what is up, everybody? How are you doing today, my friend? Hope you're having a great Monday. Getting closer to Halloween ends. So who's going to see it Thursday and who's going to see it Friday? I gotta know. It's gonna be a good time. Really, really good time. Michael White Jr., what's up, dude? How are you? How the heck are you? I love how the doctor mentions Judith's name and Michael wakes up. Like, immediately, dude. As soon as he says, he's like, what did he say? He spoke to me. Well, what did he say? You pull over I'll tell you. Pull over. He's like, was it the sister's name? Was it Judith? He's like, she's like, fuck. Oh, but I ain't gonna lie, dude. When he's looking at her, when she looks over, I jump, dude. I didn't expect to jump, but I really, really did. I jumped immediately. He looked so creepy, but he didn't want to kill her right then and there. That wasn't his main concern. His main concern was to kill the asshole who threw him in the back of a police cruiser and took his mask off and put it on. You never, ever, ever, ever do that. Never touch Michael's mask. Because look what happens. He did it. He got killed. Karen did it. She got killed. And looks like Corey obviously is going to have the mask in Halloween Ends at some point or another. And it ain't going to end well for Corey. Ain't going to end well for Corey at all. Thanks for the love on Facebook, Lamontra. Appreciate that, buddy. But stay tuned because Wednesday is going to be the Halloween Ends final prediction show where just, got to let it all out. What I think is going to happen one day before we see this bad boy. Very, very, very. Oh, a resin penis. Nice. I'm looking forward to. Man, I can't get enough. Do you think Michael will die early and cop? No, I do not, Michael. I think Myers is going to be there till the end. I do, but I do think Corey's going to be doing some things. I do think he's going to be doing some things. Looking forward to diving into that for sure. But a lot of people going to see it Friday. Yeah, I was going to go Friday, but it actually worked out better for me to see it Thursday. So oh my God, 7:00 Eastern Standard Time. My ass will be in the seat watching this film, and I'm either going to leave extremely angry or extremely happy. Because when I left Kills, I was just really confused. I didn't know what I just watched. I witnessed Michael get his ass beat for about 10 minutes and then magically comes back. And I was a little upset because I just didn't see it going that way. And, upon rewatches and rewatches, I've come around to it. I want to pack my bags and leave tonight. 2 tickets to paradise. Yeah. Thursday night, Aaron Click. Let's go. Let's go. It's going to be good stuff. But 2018 really brought it back to 78 for me. It brought the Michael we loved. This wasn't the big. He was big, obviously, and brutal. But he wasn't Rob Zombie big and brutal. And he wasn't the redneck version. This wasn't none of that shit. This was old school Halloween. And I know a lot of people said, I know my good buddy Dave McCrae says, it's a good slasher movie, but not a good Halloween movie. I disagree. I think it is a very good Halloween movie, and it is one of my favorite Halloween movies. It's right up there with the original for me. If I'm going to watch, I do like Halloween 2. It's definitely came around for me, but if I'm going to pick a back-to-back movie, it's going to be Halloween 78 and Halloween 2018. What about you guys? Do you go 1 and 2, or do you go 1 and 7 in 2018? My wife would go 1 in 2018, and she's right here. You want to see her? She says no. She likes Jason. She doesn't like Jason. She likes Ghostface. She thinks Matthew Lillard is sexy. It happens. Michael says, I agree. 18 gave me feeling back. It did. It took it back to the old school approach, unlike which direction the franchise was going. H2O's my baby, of course. Resurrection was terrible. And then we, of course, Rob Zombies 2. Not my cup of tea at all. I'm like, you're a mama's boy too. You love Jason. Who doesn't love Jason? If you love Jason, well, stay tuned for James Grimm's fan film the end of the month, coming out on the 28th. My Special Boy. Almost done with post-production, ready to go and get that thing out. I should be seeing it in about a week or so. So, looking forward to checking that out and telling James that it's a piece of dog shit. But that's beside the point. We love James. Aaron Click says, Halloween 2018 is my third favorite Halloween movie. 81 is second, and the original is number one for me. Yeah, number one. Obviously, the original is number one for everybody. Jerry Nelson says, I prefer 78 and 81, but also love 18. Oh, you got one. You got a rehauled Tots from James. That's all. James does great work because he's the one who did that Kills mask right there. Last year, he sent that to me. He does a really good job. He puts so much time and dedication into the masks. Can't say enough about his work. It's stellar, dude. If you want a good mask, you want a rehauled, definitely hit up James Grimm Creations. I know he's a little busy right now probably wrapping up some orders for Halloween and working on finishing touches on My Special Boy, but definitely hit him up. Oh, man. 78, I need him to rehaul me at 78 too, dude. For real. Sebastian's back in the game. Byron says Halloween 2018 is top 5 in my Halloween. Yep. It's top 5 in mine too, but I'm not going to give that away yet. Not at all. Magus says 78, H2, H3, H4, 18 kills, and 6. Not a bad ranking. Not a bad ranking at all. 2018 is so good. It's just so good. I'm watching this a day earlier to avoid spoilers. This one's important. It's so good. 2018, James Jude Courtney. From the moment I watched 2018, no offense to Nick Castle, he did a great job in 78. Of course, that's all we've ever known. But when James Jude Courtney put on that performance, he took what Nick Castle did and turned it up to 100. He delivered the walk, the motion, the mannerisms, everything, the head tilt, the sit-up. I don't think he did the sit-up, though, but you get my drift. It worked perfectly. Kills, he just amplified it even more. And Ends is definitely going to solidify him as the number one person to portray Myers. No doubt in my mind. See, Sebastian says JJC is just gold. I know, right? Lamontra says I got 1, 2 in 2018. Byron says 78, then Halloween 2, then Halloween 4, then Halloween 2018, then Kills. Halloween 6, nice. You're good, Michael. You're good. Where'd you get that Roy mask? Sorry, off topic, but curious. It looks legit. I got this. I got this bad boy from a guy down in Pittsburgh, close to where I live. The Voorhees Vault. It's on Etsy. About $40. Yeah, it looks. I was very, very pleased with this one. I always wanted a Roy mask, and he definitely delivered on that for me. 100%. Always wanted a Roy, but that's where I got it from. So Etsy, the Voorhees Vault. It's in they're from Pittsburgh, so I definitely like to support the local, artists and whatnot. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 from him. So, and they're all fantastic. He did a really great job. So, if you're looking to get one, really good price. Really good price. Steve Merlo, what's up, buddy? Thanks for the love on Facebook. Appreciate it. Really appreciate that. I think I can't wait, dude. Yeah, and then Friday the 13th is going to be coming back. It's going to be badass. Michael says, cool. I'll have to show you mine later on in Messenger. I paint Jason masks. I leave them. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I wish I had the skills to do any of that stuff. I'd like to rehaul the Ends mask, but I don't think I can. I'm not that talented. But 2018 delivered on atmosphere for me. It delivered on Myers. It delivered on the kills. It delivered on the characters. Yes, I know people hate Ray. They hate Julian's misplaced comedy. I like the comedy between him and Vicky. I think it works. I am not a hater of the peanut butter on my penis line like most people are. Yes, it's kind of out of place. It's fine. It wasn't like he's in the middle of a Myers killing spree and he's like, oh man, shit, I got peanut butter on my penis. No, it was a morning breakfast scene, just trying to be lighthearted. Yes, I know it's your daughter. It's kind of gross to say that, but it's not that terrible, right? It's not that terrible. I think Ray just didn't have enough to do. They didn't really give him much direction. He was just there. He was a typical dad telling dad jokes. You know what I mean? It's just not. Yeah, I agree, Aaron Click. Whenever he's, oh shit, and when he pumps out the closet and he just runs down, oh, you're gonna die. Julian, I like him in Kills though. You know, Vicky, she was my #1 best babysitter. Okay, then that guy's like, that's Julian, that little asshole across the street. Little stuff like that made me giggle. That's like not misplaced comedy. That's actually hilarious because those two people, the nurse and the doctor, had no idea what was going on. So it makes sense for them to say something like that. Do you feel like Kills was the Michael we always wanted? The Myers and Kills. If you want a brutal Michael who literally all he does is kill, 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 yes, that's more of the. To me, that was more of the Jason Voorhees, Michael. However, I enjoyed the hell out of it. There were some very interesting kills. One of my favorites is the light bulb kill. The fluorescent bulb just snaps that shit and sticks it in her neck and twists it, but doesn't kill her so she can witness him stabbing the shit out of her husband. Michael is brutal in this movie. He doesn't give a shit. And, in 2018, he was just kind of getting his feet wet again, getting back into the game because he's been out of it for 40 years. So, I mean, he put his Mac game down. He was trying to pimp out those chicks, you know what I mean? But he didn't pick up any ladies. He was trying to pick up Allison because I would, but he didn't. He couldn't, like Oscar was trying to get her. It's a motion sensor, dumbass. Oh, Mr. Alron. Have you ever had a girl you wanted but you just couldn't have? Oh, you wouldn't know anything about that, Mr. Alron. Oh, where'd you go? You're acting mad sketchy right now. God, I wanted that guy to die. And I'm glad he got his face impaled on a fence post. Good for him. Good for him. I don't know, but she's still a minor. I wouldn't say that around my daughter, man. I really want to see requel with Danielle Harris' character Jamie Lloyd. It's not like his daughter was 12. Some dads are goofy and like to embarrass their kids. Seemed like a typical thing some dads would say. That's what I'm saying. It didn't really blow. I didn't really care about it so much. I mean, I wouldn't say that around. If I had a daughter, I wouldn't say that around her probably either. But it's a movie. It's a cringy line. It happens from time to time. Even if the movie is amazing, sometimes always going to be a little line of dialogue in there that's just not good enough. It's okay. It happens. There's nothing wrong with it. Matt, you have a better chance compared to Oscar and Corey. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me that I have a better shot of getting with her if I was in the movie, of course. Thank you. But then I'd probably die because Cameron died and, Oscar died and Michael wanted her, Peanut butter and penis. Rosalia, I know, right? Oh, man. I got peanut butter on my penis. Putting peanut butter on a rat trap, bro. Oh, man. I'm surprised they didn't have it, clamp around his dick. That's where the mousetrap went off around his penis. And he's just walking around. Hey, no different than in Rob Zombie's Halloween, but it was Laurie talking about the donut. You know what I mean? So, some people bitched about it, but some people didn't. If you're a Rob Zombie lover, you ain't going to say anything bad about that movie. Not a huge fan. But, we get Carpenter back for this one. I mean, come on. Jamie Lee. It just works. Carpenter with the music. Plus, he's a producer. He was never going to let this movie fail. If he's attached to it like this, Carpenter was never going to let it fail. He was going to let it be the best movie that it possibly could be, which I believe he delivered on. It is one of my favorites in the franchise, if not my favorite. You heard it. Possibly above Halloween. I've had it above the original Halloween before. I know a lot of people shit on the name of the movie. Oh, wow, Halloween. Which one is it? I know, I get it. It's just like a trend. Texas Chainsaw, Scream, Friday the 13th. It's just, I don't know. It's just the way, I don't get it. It's just the way it goes. Just go with it. Michael White says, I've got 3 daughters and it's weird. I guess I don't find it weird because I got 4 kids and they're all boys. So I guess that's why I don't find it weird. What scene do y'all think Nick Castle will cameo in for Ends? Interesting. I don't know. Because they said you're gonna actually see him, so he's probably like a gas station or maybe like a grocery store or something like that. That's where I'd kind of go with it. But yeah, 2018 had the goods. It had the Halloween-y stuff that I wanted. A good Michael, good music, good atmosphere, good kills. We didn't get as much stalking as we normally would. I guess maybe that could be amped up a little bit. It looks like they're going to be doing that in Halloween Ends, so that will kind of rectify this. And I know a lot of people, after seeing Halloween Kills, really appreciated 2018 a lot more. It was a better made movie. It actually had a story. Kills didn't have so much of a story, but I'm going to get into that in my next video when I talk about it. Rosie, I will call you Rosie, Matt. Yeah. I will call you Rosie instead if that's what you wish. I will call you whatever you want. Aaron Click says, OMG, he didn't show his penis, plus it's a scientific term. Would it have been better if he said cock? I got peanut butter on my cock. And then he pulled out a chicken. What? How funny would that have been? Now talk about comedy. He pulled out a chicken. Then he got peanut butter on his cock. But it's a chicken. That'd have been hilarious. Talk about comedy gold. Hey, Destiny, what's going on? How are you? But yeah, so 2018 brought what I wanted in a Halloween movie. It's every time I watch it, I get the goosebumps again. I feel like it's the first time. Just so much I could say. It's just a personal favorite of mine, no matter what. Night Owl Toys, what's up? These lives are pretty cool. I appreciate it. Thank you. Destiny, we were talking about the peanut butter on my penis from Halloween 2018. And we were talking about how that was kind of tame compared to saying if it was a dick or a cock. Maybe his brother's name is Dick. He got peanut butter on his dick. And it's his brother. You don't know that. But yeah, so 2018 definitely delivered for me. I should have put the poll in the chat. I didn't. I wanted to know what you guys think of 2018. What, if on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best, obviously, what would you rate Halloween 2018? For me personally, I don't remember if I gave it a 5 out of 5. But you know, I'd probably give it a 4.5 out of 5. I would give it. Night Owl's Toy says, we'll love to invite you to my Facebook group. Maybe you can do one with us one day. Sure, I can get you a great new audience. Awesome. I'm definitely down for that. I appreciate that. Thank you for reaching out. Anytime anybody's willing to, support me in any way like that, I'll take it. That's awesome. Thank you. 3.75. Damn, you didn't love it as much as me. That's okay. Sebastian says 3. I felt Jamie Lee Curtis was on the screen too much. They didn't build up Allison and her friends. Yeah, because this movie was pretty much just the typical Laurie versus Michael thing, which is why they didn't invest their time in the other ones, which is why they focused on Allison more in the second one. Lamontra gives it a 5 out of 5. Aaron Click gave it a 4 out of 5. Good. So there's a lot of love. I'm not seeing really any hate from anybody that's here tonight to drop by. So that's always good. I will always be a huge fan, huge proponent of this movie. It's a must-watch every year. Obviously, it's not one I'm going to skip like Resurrection, unless you're Chad, and then you watch that one every year. Because he doesn't know any better. We're trying to get him around to it, but he sure does love it. Shut up. That was my wife. She was changing the batteries in the smoke detector. I didn't think anybody would hear that. Dang, microphone picks it up. 10 out of 10 for a Mexican witch. Mega. Damn, Destiny, you're good. I watched Resurrection this year because I had to do the kill ranking, but what am I kidding? I do watch it every year. The only one I don't watch is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I do not watch that one at all. I don't feel the need to put it in at all. I know people love it, and I respect you. I respect anybody who does, but it's just not. It's not for me. Not for me at all. Yes, Resurrection makes me want to shit in my own mouth. You're not wrong, Sebastian. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But I mean, like if I'm watching the marathon on TV and then I see Rob Zombie's Halloween 2's coming on, there's really not much to say. Besides that, because I'm not a fan. But if you like it, I respect it. But, yep, 4.5 out of 5 for me. Halloween 2018 kickstarted off this trilogy from David Gordon Green and Blumhouse. The first chapter, yes, I know it was the sequel to 78, but I'm not going to include that one since I've talked about 78 on this channel about 1 million times. But definitely 2018, one of the best in the franchise. Did the franchise a great service by putting a Halloween back in the limelight again after Rob Zombie's movies a decade earlier. Racked in over $250 million at the box office. It doesn't really get much better than that. It surpassed, I know people, a lot of nostalgia led that train, but it definitely brought in the money, brought new fans into the franchise that can now go back and check out the old. Michael doesn't get much better. And on Thursday night, they released Ends, and that's it. That's the end of this saga, and we're gonna have to start anew. If we ever get a new one, it's gonna be fresh, I'd imagine. So we got to soak up what we're getting right now, because who knows how long it's gonna be till we get another one. So good or bad, go see Halloween Ends. Support it. If it sucks, you got a bunch of other flavors to choose from. Don't rain on other people's parades if they happen to love it and you don't, And the other way around. If you love it and other people hate it, don't treat them like crap because they don't like it, There's a lot of movies. This is the 13th movie in the franchise. You always have the other ones to go back to if you don't like this one. But just go in with this one. Soak it up. Enjoy every minute it's on screen, because it's going to be a while till we get another one. And Michael has been a big part of these last 4 or 5 years from 2018 on. So, it's going to be a little bit rough. Halloween content's going to be down. It's just going to be a lot of hearsay, predictions, what's coming next. But, you might as well just relive these and go watch 2018. Get ready to then watch Kills, and then go ahead and watch Halloween Ends, and either leave super satisfied or very upset. What's going on, Antonis? Night Owl's Toys. Damn, I got kicked. I'm back. Did you answer my question? Yes, I am. I'm down. I appreciate any support I get from you guys. I'm definitely down to do that. Definitely hit me up on Messenger. We can work something out and get something set up. That'd be cool. I appreciate that. Destiny, don't do it. Don't cry. It's going to be okay. We always got the old ones to go back and watch. Yeah, so have you watched the Jeffrey Dahmer TV show on Netflix? Yes, I am 7 episodes in. I'm going to go upstairs now, take a shower, get all hot and steamy, and then go watch episode 8 of Dahmer. Almost done with that series. What else did I start? I started Vengeance, the new Friday the 13th fan film. I started Vengeance 2. I started that. I got to finish that still. It's going to be good stuff. A lot of good stuff. I checked out Hellraiser the other day. Actually, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I need to see Terrifier 2, but I'm going to have to wait till it comes on Screenbox because I don't have any theaters next to me that have it. So, yeah. So that's what's coming up. Next week, Behind the Mask podcast. I don't know who will be a part of it, but myself and James will at least be there. We're going to be doing a live watch-along for Halloween Ends, since it will be streaming on Peacock. So we're going to be doing that. What else do we have coming up? We're going to be doing a My Special Boy watch along at the end of the month, supporting James in that amazing fan film that it's going to be. Looks like also the end of the month, we are going to be starting another Field of Screams horror tournament. Another one. We are going to be starting another one. We're going to be diving into the Friday the 13th franchise. We're going to be doing the same thing, ranking the movies, putting them in a bracket, and going into battle with 5 different topics for each battle. And, finding a winner of which Friday the 13th movie is the best according to the field. So it's going to be interesting. Going to be a good time, obviously, with the new additions of Roxy and the man Nick from the Lost River Drive-In. It's nothing but good shit here. Only going up. Keep pumping out good content, trying to do the best I can here on the channel. Any support from you guys is always appreciated. Hitting the like button goes a long way for real. Sharing, leaving a comment after the video, it all goes a long way for me. Anything above and beyond would be checking out my Patreon page, my Buy Me a Coffee, or my YouTube membership. All that is greatly appreciated if you feel like it, but obviously, no pressure. Doesn't bother me one way or the other. Just love hanging out with you guys. But 2018, one of my favorites. Can't get enough. Next, I'm going to be talking about Halloween Kills. The shit I gave it that was not deserved. In Vengeance 2, I started it. I'm about 45 minutes in. I got to finish it. Gory, Heeb, going to be coming out soon. My Special Boy, going to be rocking and rolling. I'm excited. Want to thank everybody who hung out tonight for a little bit. I appreciate it. Always a fun time talking to you guys. If you're watching after the fact, let me know. What do you guys think about 2018, Halloween 2018? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you mixed on it? What do you like? What don't you like? Doesn't matter. Leave it in the comments below. Hit the like button. If you're new here for some reason, hit the subscribe button for me. It means the world. Links are down below to all of my other social media, Facebook, Instagram, all that beautiful stuff. Have a good night, everybody. You guys rock. And this was another one of 31 Days of Myers, which I'm going to keep pumping out until the end of the month. So you guys have a scary day. And watch out for Michael, baby. Here we go.